Um, Hello everybody. If you've met me in person, or maybe you've interacted with me online, maybe you've just watched me, your opinion of me would be based on your experience of me, whatever that may be. So, dear creators, it's not about the views, and I would like for you to gather around for a little bit of a pre-recorded conversation about YouTube in general. And obviously, if somebody is coming on a platform to speak or present themselves in any sort of way, whether it be what they create, who they are, what they like to do, whatever it is, you're coming on here. But are you coming on here just specifically for views? Or are you coming on here to have your voice heard, whether it be a subtle voice behind a screen or your actual voice? So gather around. No chance. No. Love when it does that. Now gather around. No chance. No dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! I won! Yay! Ow! Ow! So, dear creators, it's not about the views. And the reason I say that is because we often run into people, whether we're watching them and have never interacted with them, or, maybe you're watching them from afar, or you just come across somebody, maybe they're your friend who is a creator here on YouTube, or maybe even a different platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all these other ones, which I'm really not very active on at all, except for to share out that I'm going live or posting a video on YouTube or something else. So when the intention, if you're a creator or if you're planning on starting a channel, the intention is getting your voice out there, regardless of what you're talking about. Maybe you want to do a tutorial to show somebody something. Now, obviously, we always come across, it doesn't matter if you're posting a crafting video, you're always going to come across some sort of conflict, disagreement. Maybe people think you're not crafting correctly. No, you're doing it wrong. Or that doesn't look good. Or I don't like the way you're set up. Or look at your house is messy. You're always going to have some sort of negative content or comments on your content. So when that happens, one thing, me, myself, on my multiple different channels, is one thing I'm still learning is what is important to even respond to. And when you want to speak about something, the way that you put it out there. Now, there's been a number of times when I've responded very negatively. I've used multiple curse words over and over. Possibly that's the only words that flew out of my mouth were cuss words as well. Okay. Now, when that happens, you all of a sudden create this dramatic atmosphere. And in my experience, it is about what is on my mind, what I want to talk about, whether it be something I'm interested in, something that happened in the headlines, whatever it is, I'm going to talk about it. Now, the way I go about talking about something is probably the way, obviously, that I'm presenting myself. And then I need to expect a certain amount of criticism back, or certain responses with people that might have conflicting opinions. Not only that, but there's also going to be, and there has been, and there is, other creators that do have disagreements with you. And they do have things to say about you, or maybe, or not maybe, there is channels that are specifically dedicated to you. I still have yet to see a positive one. I mean, I've seen positive videos about myself that people have made, so thank you to those people. And then to the negative ones, it's very confusing because I am a Gemini and I'm a person that is about communication. And I like to communicate with people, whether it's good or bad. And when I communicate in a negative way, I really do truly want a resolution, and that's why I could be contradicting what I say when I go after people or cut them down. That's going to be very contradict. Yeah, it's very contradicting to what I'm trying to do. So obviously, you're not going to take me seriously if I cuss you out and then ask for peace. That's happened multiple times. But we have creators out there that are all about the views, and they are on here for the views. But the thing you have to remember is, what did you come to YouTube for to begin with? What was the thing that inspired you to start your channel? Now, maybe you, I'm just going to make up a random reason to start a channel. Maybe you started your channel on true crime, and then you got involved with the conflict that goes along with true crime. And then all you started doing was reporting on your channel about that conflict with true crime. And then that's when it turns into crama, which is true crime and drama mixed, crama. And then all of a sudden you are just completely going off the path of what you started your channel on and doing drama. Now, if you're a smart person, you know that drama always gets attention. So that's something I want to zoom in on right now. When that happens, you have a choice. Do I want to continue what I came on YouTube for and do true crime? Or, wow, my true crime wasn't getting very many views. But I notice that when I talk about crama or just drama, I mean, come on, let's call a spade a spade. Okay, feel me? Then you keep talking about drama, and then you become a drama channel. Now, I've done that multiple times. And then when I sit back and think, well, I have something to speak about, but how do I go about it? How do I dive into drama, but offer some sort of solution, resolution, something that can be beneficial to the drama community? It's much like, now I'm a believer in Christ, it's much like walking into a dark cave and striking up a torch or a flashlight and bringing some sort of light in that environment. Now, as we all know, YouTube is much like a dark cave when we go into the dramatic stuff. Now, most times in my experience, it's unavoidable, but it's about what I do to battle back to that. So when I'm in a dark cave, do I want to contribute to the darkness and just walk blindly and aimlessly into the dark? Or do I want to spark some sort of light so I can help not only myself, but everybody else find their way through the tunnel or back out of it? So when you realize that you are a drama creator, and then you focus your entire being on YouTube or any platform about drama because it's bringing views, then you have to realize there's also going to be backlash that's going to come along with that. Maybe people want to go into your real life. Maybe you're encouraging other people and your viewers to go into the real life of the people that you're having some sort of conflict with. And that happens on a daily basis. So we often hear creators spewing out hate, which I've done before. I've had anger, I've spewed out anger and hatred, but I've never wanted anybody else to go after these people. But then you step back and realize, wow, by voicing my opinion and being hurt and playing this victim card, I'm allowing my viewers to get angry and emotional and go after whoever I'm upset with. And that is not fair. And that is why I always ask people, or it should be an unspoken rule, please don't go after the people that I'm having conflict with. But you never know who's watching. We don't know if there's some silent person that's lurking that has never commented in anybody's chats before and they're getting angry and upset, and they're supporting that creator, and maybe they want to hurt the person that's hurting them. So we're never even going to know who these people are, and they could go real life in any way, and that is dangerous. But the thing about drama and views that go together is a lot of people abuse that and they use that as their content. Now, it's not hard to see if you see a creator on a daily basis going live on their channels for multiple hours at a time and they're talking about drama. Look, I listen to them too. I have friends, I've done it myself, who go through conflicting experiences. But if you're actually listening to these people, how many of them are offering some sort of resolution? Now, they may be talking about, I'm so tired of this. I'm so sick of this. But if you actually listen to them, you'll hear the ones that I'm speaking of right now talking about how tired they are of the dramatic situation. But you never hear them offer any sort of resolution to it. We may see them spark up fundraisers. We may see their channels get taken down and, then they cry and play victim and stuff like that. But you have to remember on YouTube or any other platform, if you're making money, I was speaking on the phone with another creator who is a friend tonight. And this person was speaking of that it's a privilege to have a platform. It's a privilege to make money on any platform. It is not a right that you automatically deserve, especially if you break any rules that are involved with making that income, much like a career or a job. Now, one thing that I heard the other day, and we often talk about real life and going into people's real lives, and how do we determine what real life is? In my opinion, this is my real life on YouTube. Okay. If you're coming on and speaking about your life like I do, this is my real life. Now, I'm going to say, and this person, I'm not even putting their name in the title, but Natasha Cooper often talks about how her channels were taken down and that ruined her income. Okay. And yeah, that sucks. It does. But one thing she said, I want to say within the last week that I heard her say is that now that people messed with her income on here, that it would be okay, and how would people like it if she started calling their jobs or going into their real life and messing with whatever income they had. So how do we decipher if that's real life or not? By her income being removed on YouTube. Do I agree that that's real life? Yes, because that's her income. But also, there are rules and regulations in terms of service on YouTube, just like there are in real life. Now, as somebody who my career has been contacted 4 different times with videos of me cussing people out, trying to make me look terrible and all that sort of stuff. But at that career, there's certain rules and regulations, especially with online stuff, that you have to abide by. And I abide by those, so I didn't get in trouble. My other job got contacted 2 times, and I was in violation by talking openly about their company name. So if you have a job and if you're representing a company on here, then obviously you're going to get in some sort of trouble if you're representing them and then going against those rules. And that goes with YouTube as well. Now, people often talk about mass reporting and, oh, these people are mass reporting my channel. I got taken down. Well, in my personal experience from being in contact with YouTube multiple times, mass reporting really just gets the attention so that YouTube will look at that kind of stuff. So when you're relying and you're looking at YouTube or anything online as a job, then you want to be a professional and treat it like a job. So if I were to come on here on YouTube and consistently put people's pictures up on the screen, make fun of their appearance, go against terms of service in any way, shape, or form and drag people for even 1 minute or an hour, that would not be very professional, right? That would be against the rules of if I considered YouTube my employer, my employer. That would be against the rules of my employment or income on YouTube. So if you're putting all of your comfort of your income on here, but you're breaking the rules and you're consistently instigating people, then that's probably going to happen, right? Because if you're coming on here to do true crime, whatever it is, and then you're completely going against that and bullying and abusing people on a daily basis, and people are flagging that, that's going to get YouTube's attention and they're going to look into it and be like, yeah, you can't do that on here. So, specifically to the viewers, my question to you is when you're viewing a channel and you see somebody consistently complaining that people are attacking them, they're consistently putting out the victim mentality, but they're also putting out the abuser actions. Why is nobody opening their eyes to that? Why is there a blind eye to the actions of any creator? And I'm including myself in that. Now, within the last couple of months, well, since the beginning of the year, really, 2022, it's May now, November, I came across something I never thought I would come across on YouTube, and that was a legal, real life, quote unquote, case. And it taught me how to change the way that I respond to people. And then I met a wonderful human being in my life who's not big on social media. And that is my boyfriend. And he really helps me and gives me wise words of encouragement, and has just been very beneficial to me. So I have learned to change the way I react to people. Now I'm going to say this name again, Natasha, because you seem to continuously keep talking about me. And, when people respond to you, and I feel like I've responded to Natasha in pretty respectful ways. Now, I've taken a couple of jabs, and that's out of the jabs she's given to me nonstop. Because when she talks about creators or anybody, she just drags the hell out of them. She often uses the words, and she just said this recently, and yes, I do listen to the things she says sometimes. She said, all of these fake people, they're not real with their friends, they're fake. But in my experience, she's talking about herself because there's not one honest thing that she has said while she's friends with somebody. And these are the things that she will say if she gets angry with you and she ends a friendship, which usually is sparked up by you having any sort of disagreement with her, even in a respectful way. And she'll go after people and drag them. And you're waiting for her original content, so to speak, to come back of true crime, which is her passion. But actions speak louder than words, and trauma is her passion. It's been like that. When you say you have a community of people and the community keeps changing, that's not really like a true community. You're just replacing people nonstop. You're replacing followers and people that believe you, instead of actually looking into things. Now, I always encourage people to look into stuff and not just even don't even just listen to me. Look into the things that I'm talking about. When I talked numerous times about my legal case, look into it. I have a playlist on my channel, Clearing Rumors, with facts and receipts to back what I have to say up. And I often encourage Natasha and tell her, you raised $20,000 for attorney fees. Just be open and tell people who your attorneys are. And, that way it'll get the whole conspiracy thing out of the way. She still has yet to do that. And in my experience, when I had my attorney, I asked him, can I tell people who you are, give any information out so they know, because I'm doing a fundraiser to supply the funds for, my fees with you. And he said, once you hit your retainer, you could put my name on a billboard if you want to. He only got like three or four phone calls, something like that. And they weren't even bad from viewers. And what are people going to harass and attack an attorney? I don't think that'd be very smart. So if you have a strong legal backup, then you would proudly present them, especially if your viewers are giving you the funds to, supply that for you. So with that being said, we often hear, in my experience, we hear somebody like Natasha often talking about, well, I get the views of this, and I have that, and you don't have that, and you don't have this. People are watching me and they're not watching you. Well, first of all, let's point out, I think I did this twice and I turned it off immediately. When you do a live stream or, a premiere or anything, people will often set their chat to subscribers only. And the purpose of that is so people subscribe in order to chat. Now, in my personal experience, I won't do that again. I don't. I think I did it one night. People suggested it because I was getting porn bots in the chat, but there's also ways to block that as well. So when you do that, you're automatically just trying to build a following, and that's not necessarily good for yourself because you're making people subscribe just so they could leave a mean comment and you can block them, which unsubscribes them. And it's a barrier of oh no, subscribe to my channel or else. And my question is to anybody that does that, and anybody who's all about the views, all about the subscriber numbers. Obviously, we're not all going to be here on YouTube forever or any platform. Maybe we'll get interested in other things in life that are going on or get too busy. And when you leave a platform finally, are you going to look back and just remember how many views you had? Because at that point, those don't matter anymore because you're not even on that platform. In my personal opinion, at that point, the only thing that's going to matter is the connections you made with people. And the person that's a creator that I was on the phone with tonight made a really good point and said, it's not about the views. It's about the communities and the people you connect with. So if I decide to deactivate any of my platforms tomorrow, or they get removed or taken away from me or anything, I'm going to be just as busy as I am now with the connections of people that I've already connected with and the wonderful relationships that I've made. And that is what matters. It sounds cheesy as hell, but that is truly what matters. If you're thinking about starting up a channel, but you're discouraged because you're hearing creators that are high and mighty and high in numbers, and that is what builds up to their throne, you're going to be highly disappointed if you actually start a channel and think that the majority, let's face it, of people that talk like that build their channels on drama. Or would you rather be authentic, come on with your real attitude, your real self, your real persona, personality? And if people like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. Now, obviously, we're all going to want to speak up on topics and talk about things. But if you're starting a channel, or if you already have one, and you're only talking about something because your goal is to see how many people are going to listen or like it, or subscribe, or donate, you're going to be highly fucking disappointed. Because your whole entire existence is going to rely on those numbers. And if they ever drop, you're going to be down on yourself. But if you come on here and you share your real self with people, that's never going to change, regardless of the numbers. So that's what I wanted to say about that, because, again, God puts things on my heart. When I first thought about this, I did not want to say it in a very nice way, and I had to think about it. I had to pray. And that's what I wanted to say. Now, with that being said, I wanted to share something very positive. My boyfriend, it's his birthday, and he's a wonderful human being. And if you guys don't know what a kudo card is, it's like virtual birthday card. You can do these also for anniversaries, graduation, stuff like that. And it is a card that you can make for someone, for everyone to share. I shared the link if you want to sign his birthday card in my community post, and I'm also putting it in the description and the comments of this video. And I want to show you quickly what it looks like. Thank you to everyone that's contributed. And I also discovered something else about this, which is awesome. They added something to the Kudo board to where you can either hit to add to board, and you can add like a GIF, a comment, you know, happy birthday. These are all the wonderful people that I've shared so far. And something they added to it, which I think is really cool, is you can contribute and hit add to gift card. And so far I've got $100 up for my boyfriend, and you can add to it. And you can donate like for their birthday gift, which was a new feature they added on there. So I wanted to share that because I love my boyfriend very much. He's a very beautiful human being. And if you guys want to add anything to his card or to his gift card, you can click the link to the Kudo board in the description or the comment of this video. And you can share the love because he deserves all the love in the world. He is a huge part of the positive change in my life and in my personality and just the way that I am, and just reminds me of how beautiful and precious life is. And I know that sounds cheesy, and I always was against relationships because I've only experienced really negative people, but he is the most like positive, strong willed person I've ever met. He's had his own struggles, which one day he'll open up with you guys. He wants to start like a couples YouTube or TikTok channel, which will be great. And we have a wonderful future that we're planning ahead of us, which I am very excited to share more information with you guys about once, you know, things are solid and we figure out what's going on with that. But with that being said, you guys, I hope that you have a wonderful night. And in the beautiful, wonderful energy of this blood moon we have tonight and my boyfriend's birthday, I want to share a fun, upbeat song for my boyfriend's birthday that I wrote years ago called Get Loose. We need to shake it off. We need to, you know, just get loose and just realize that life is short and just have fun. And this is my song, Get Loose. And with that being said, I'm going to end it there, guys. Enjoy the song and happy birthday to my beautiful, wonderful soulmate who has been amazing in my life. So I hope you guys have a beautiful evening or morning wherever you're at. Good night, good morning.
I need to get loose and shake off all my problems. I need to get I need to get loose. I need to get loose. I need to get loose. First things first, before I have a breakdown and an outburst. You're getting in my way with the things you say, and it's not okay. I feel so tense from all this drama. Save all this nonsense. Save it for your mama. Save it for your mama. Save it for your mama. I need to get loose and shake off all my problems. I need to get I need to get loose. I need to get loose. I need to get loose. Get loose. Got knots in my back, migraine headache, and my nerves out of whack. I need to blow off steam so that I could chill, you know what I mean? I need some time to kick my feet up. Don't wanna stress, just wanna sip on my solo cup. Sip on my solo cup. Sip on my solo cup. I need to get loose and shake off all my problems. I need to get I need to get loose. I need to get loose. I need to get loose. Get loose. At the count of 3, everybody get loose. 1, 2, 3. back it up so I can get out of my face. Better back it up so I can get out of my face. Out of my face, out of my way. It's not okay, the way you're treating me, playing your games and you're beating me. Sorry, I don't wanna play. I'm just cool and I'm chilling, sending out the good vibes, sending all my love your way. I hope that you're feeling loose. I need to get loose and shake off all my problems. I need to I need to get loose. I need to get loose. I need to get loose. Get loose. Get loose. Get loose. Get loose. Get loose. I need to get loose. I need to get loose. Get loose. Get loose. Get loose. Get loose. Love, chance, love.